Ymbryne decided to fly back to warn her peculiar friends about the Normal's army. And when she was back at the camp, she looked for the leader, who was in his tent. When Ymbryne told him what she saw, he wasn't surprised. He knew there were hundreds of them. He knew that the peculiars will be outnumbered. Ymbryne said, "Why didn't you tell them there were so many soldiers coming for them? You lied. You are a liar." The leader replied, "They would be terrified if I told them the truth, and they will not fight." And Ymbryne shouted, "They should be terrified. They should have fled by now." But the leader said, "There is no way we can escape, even if we ran out of the country. The Normals will find us one day, and this has been our home for hundreds of years. And I don't think a bird can understand that." But Ymbryne said, "I can understand too well," and she went out to warn the others about what she saw. But it was too late. The army was already near to the doorstep, and they were surrounding all sides of the camp, that the peculiars have nowhere to escape. So the peculiars hurried back to their tents. They were terrified, and all they can do was hug each other in fear. Death is coming for them, and there is nothing that they can do. But Ymbryne can fly away if she wanted to. But Ymbryne couldn't bear to leave her peculiar friends alone there. Now that the peculiars know that they have been tricked and lied to, there is nothing else they can do. It's too late. Ymbryne hugged Ymbryne and looked at her for a long time. He said he wanted to remember the face of a friend before the moment of his death. There was silence throughout the camp, except for the marching sound of the army. And suddenly, the sun came out of the clouds, and Ymbryne thought it was the most beautiful sight. She wished she could enjoy this moment forever with her peculiar friends. So she repeated it, and the peculiars were mesmerized by what she can do. And she repeated one more time, and each time when she repeated it, the army just faded away and started marching in again and again and again, but never got close to the camp. It was then Ymbryne realized her time-looping talent could save her friends. She can repeat this moment again and again and again, and forever. The armies will not get near to them, and her peculiar friends will not have to die. Ymbryne asked her, "How long can you keep this going?" Ymbryne said, "I don't know. I have not done this more than a few times, but I can try." Just then, the leader stormed in and shouted, "What are you doing?" "Stop it," Ymbryne said. "I'm trying to save lives." But the leader wouldn't let her. He said, "You are defying the law of nature. Stop it at once." And Millicent Neary came out and said, "You're nothing but a liar." And Eustace came out and pulled the leader's nose and turned him inside out at once. The leader's head all got pink and soft at once, and he was terrified and ran away. So Ymbryne kept looping, again and again and again. But Ymbryne was worried because she could only hold each loop for 3 minutes, and she was afraid that she would be tired and fall asleep. But she was determined to save her friends, so she tried very hard not to fall asleep. After 2 days, she could not hold on any longer. So Ymbryne volunteered to stay next to her. Each time when she was about to fall asleep, he would nudge her and make sure that she stays awake. But after 3 days and 2 nights, Ymbryne himself couldn't stay awake either. So Eustace also volunteered to sit with them and try to keep each other awake. And when Eustace also could not hold on any longer, Millicent Neary also volunteered. And each time when Eustace was about to fall asleep, she would drip some water on his eyes to keep him awake. After 4 days and 3 nights, Ymbryne still had not missed any loop reset. But she was so exhausted, she started to hallucinate. She heard a voice, again, another, again, loop the loop, to double the skin.